Aries, hi and welcome to my channel. I'm your host, Tina. So today I'm going to be doing your upcoming weekly tarot reading. This will be for roughly November 16th through the 22nd. As always, if you happen to come before the 16th or after the 22nd, really the only important thing is that these readings resonate. And if they do, then trust that it is for you. Please take only what resonates. All right, Aries, the way I like to do this is I'm going to lay down a layer first of cards just to get an idea of the general energies that are happening for you this week. And then we will go in together and clarify those energies by pulling 2 additional cards. All right, let's give these a few shuffles here and let's see what the tarot has to say for you this week for Aries, November 16th through the 22nd. All right, 3 more and we will get started. All right, we're going to stop here, Aries. Let's see. The situation for you this week. Challenging you. Okay. Where's your mind at? What are you focused on? Your approach when it comes to this. Any external influences or people that may be affecting you. And then the near future outcome. What is coming towards you? All right. I mean, you're ready. You're ready to like start kind of taking the first steps into moving in a new direction. Because the very central energy this week is the 2 of Wands. Something's got you excited. You may have recently been inspired, motivated. There's a new path. There's something that got you really excited recently. And now you're starting to think like it might even be something that's out of your comfort zone with this 2 of Wands here. But now you're starting to think like, okay, where can I go? What are my options? You're starting to see that you can go in a lot of different directions. I feel like you're starting to see that you have a lot more opportunities, Aries. But right now in the challenge position, it literally goes from a 2 of Wands to a 3 of Wands. So it's really about taking those first steps. Maybe finding the strategy that you need, putting those plans into action. Maybe making those plans still, because the situation this week is still making those plans. Because on your mind here, we got the 10 of Pentacles here. I think you have your legacy on your mind, maybe your family here on your mind, definitely. But it's the things you leave behind, the things that last for generations, even when you're not here. And that's definitely on your mind. It could just be about making money, making enough to be able to share it. You know, not sure yet with that 10 of Pentacles. Definitely could just be family. Your approach here is the Ace of Swords. So this is you having clarity. If you were struggling with a solution before, you've come to it now. And I feel like now you know where you want to go. I think that clarity is here, Aries. I just really feel like right now it's just about like you really just figuring out what are the first steps you need to take. What resources do you need? What do you need in place? What do you need to put into action? That's really what's happening this week. In your environment here, we do have a Queen of Cups. I always love a Queen of Cups energy. It's very emotionally mature. I always think of like unconditional love. So very emotionally supportive energy right now in the environment. Can absolutely just be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Speaking of coming towards you, we do have the card of Scorpio with Death here. It's about really a big change, real massive change. It could be a rebirth, and it can actually just be the ending of something. Definitely the ending of the way something was, if not a total ending with death. But it is a card about change or transformation. Maybe a Scorpio's coming your way. Maybe you are dealing with a Scorpio. We do have a Queen of Cups in the environment as well. All right, sorry. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify the situation here. But the 2 of Wands for you, Aries. What's this 2 of Wands about? Let me use my other deck. All right. Tell us more about this 2 of Wands. Yeah, I mean, you're taking your power back. You're starting to look at different directions you can go in, different places you can pour your energy into, different paths you can walk down. Maybe different creative projects, you know. But you're starting to think about like stepping out of your comfort zone. You're still in your comfort zone. You haven't switched worlds yet, but you're thinking about where to go next, and it's different. All right, 3 more, and let's clarify this 2 of Wands for you. Stop here. Okay, clarifying the 2 of Wands. We have the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't feel like you're out of a situation just yet. You do want to get out of a situation. And right now it's like, with that 9 of Wands, you know, I just feel like you've been in a situation that's really just testing you. You've been through a lot. It's like to the point where you've got your guard up a little bit with that Nine of Wands energy. It's feeling like definitely a little guarded. Yeah, I think you want to go in a new direction here. With that Eight of Swords being here, there could be something in your circumstances that might just be like getting in the way of you making this progress, you going in this new direction. Definitely feels like it's something within your circumstances. There is a solution here though, and I think you do realize that with that Ace of Swords in your approach. But right now this week, it's you trying to figure out how to make plans, where you can go. And certainly a test of faith this week with that Nine of Wands. Like life is testing you this week. It's testing you, and that's why you're like ready to go in a new direction. But because you're going through a period where life is testing you this week, I feel like it's not creating the energy for you to start like thinking clearly just yet, coming up with easy solutions, because I feel like, yeah, life is throwing a challenge your way. You're standing tall, you have courage, absolutely. You have fight in you, absolutely. But I think you're like, do I need to do this? Can I go in a different direction? But there's something about it that's got you just feeling like, like a little trapped, a little stuck, you know? Maybe not trapped, but stuck. That being said, in your challenge position, we do have the Three of Wands, right? And so this is like taking the two, taking those plans and literally putting them into action. All right. I mean, you could be waiting for something with that Three of Wands as well. It is a card about waiting. So let's go ahead and clarify this Three of Wands. And maybe you're waiting for something in your situation to change so that you can like take these first steps, you know, or second steps, whichever phase you're on. But it is a card about waiting as well. All right, let's go ahead and clarify the Three of Wands in your challenge position, Aries. What's this Three of Wands for this week? Mars did finally go direct on November 13th, I believe, in your sign. Okay, we are going to take it. And I believe two cards came out. We have the Star and the Chariot here. Yeah, I mean, you know, the Star is here. The Star talks about like a period, like maybe going from a period of despair to a period of hope, like hope coming back in, feeling born again, absolutely. Definitely feeling full again, renewed again. It's a card about like self-love, self-acceptance. It's a card about healing. It's like darkness turning into light. And I feel like we're kind of in that transition with you this week. For whoever this is resonating with, of course. But yeah, it's like darkness turning to light. And it is turning to light. And I think because it's in a challenge position, but I do still see a little bit of that darkness kind of taking over this week. With, again, there's something that life, there's a challenge life is throwing your way this week. Definitely. I mean, you're standing strong. You absolutely have the courage. But I think it's maybe not allowing you to see, because you're seeing the challenge and you're like, oh my God, after all this progress. But the light is here. The hope is here. The healing period is here, definitely. You know, the scars are starting to slowly fade, definitely. Wounds are starting to heal. That's that kind of energy. But yeah, I think you're waiting for something. I think it's just about seeing that the healing energy is here, because I think you need to see that in order to charge forward with the Chariot. The Chariot is like, you've got your eye on a target. You are victorious, you're unstoppable, you've chosen something, and that's it. You know, and I think it's about that, really. Choosing that direction, charging forward, knowing that there is still hope here, definitely. And maybe you're waiting for that to come through, and that's fair. Okay, on your mind here, Aries, we do have that Ten of Pentacles. So let's go ahead and confirm that. Again, it's a card about family, it's a card about legacy, definitely. Let's go ahead and clarify this Ten of Pentacles. What's this Ten of Pentacles about? Or where your mind's at, what are you focused on here? All right, three more. We're going to stop here, clarifying the Ten of Pentacles for you. We have the Four of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, there's like a foundation here. I feel like we got the Queen of Swords at the bottom, so I just feel like, yeah, it does feel like maybe something does need to be cut out. Maybe you're thinking like, did we reach the most we could in this situation? I feel like you're like, when's the hard work gonna pay off? There's something here that's causing you to kind of, I feel like you're definitely keeping stuff to yourself here with that Four of Pentacles. Like you're definitely not wearing your heart on your sleeve when it comes to what you're thinking. You're keeping your thoughts close to yourself. You're keeping your cards close to your chest. But you do have stability and family on your mind, for sure. There is stability and family on your mind. And it's about like some hard work paying off, something being realized here, something worth celebrating here, definitely. But it is family, it is foundations on your mind. Your approach here again is that Ace of Swords. It's a sword of truth. It can be an honest conversation, absolutely, with that Ace of Swords. But it's definitely about clarity. It's definitely even got victory around it. Let's go ahead and clarify this Ace of Swords. But you're thinking clearly. Tell us more about this Ace of Swords in your approach, Aries. What's this Ace of Swords about? Okay, let's stop. The Devil's at the bottom. Okay, I wonder how many came out. Oh, 2 came out. Okay, perfect. Clarifying the Ace of Swords, we get the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Yeah, you've been reevaluating something here. You're not happy. Maybe something's not where it should be, where you'd hoped it to be, definitely with that Seven of Pentacles. But the Seven of Pentacles is you taking a step back, kind of putting your life or a particular situation under the microscope and re-examining it, taking a good look at it. You've definitely poured a lot of work into the situation, especially with that Nine of Wands. The Seven of Pentacles is here. But there's definitely an area in your life that you know you've poured a lot of energy into, Aries, and it's just not, it hasn't been fruitful, right? Like, it hasn't been worth all the invested energy, time, resources, whatever you've poured into it, heart and soul. There's something here that hasn't been fruitful. It hasn't turned out the way you wanted, and it's a question of, is it even worth it? And I think you've been questioning it for a while, but now, Aries, you're at a place of clarity, and now you're really starting to look at this new direction. You're definitely, it's like, wherever you're at, it's like your mind is somewhere else now. Like now you're totally thinking about being somewhere else. You weren't sure before, but I think this week you're sure. Okay, in your environment here, we do have the Queen of Cups. Always love that energy. Let's go ahead and clarify the Queen of Cups in your environment, Aries. Tell us more. It just feels like very emotionally supportive energy. Again, this is the kind of person who understands you without words being needed. Can just be a water sign. All right, let's go ahead and clarify the Queen of Cups in, okay, cards, in your environment. 2 more. We're going to start here. The World's at the bottom. So let's see. Clarifying the Queen of Cups here. We have the Empress and the Eight of Wands. Okay. Beautiful energy no matter what. This can translate in a few different ways, but like for me, regardless, it's really positive. The World's here at the bottom, saying you learned everything you needed to learn here, Aries. All right, you can absolutely be dealing with a Libra, a Taurus, or any water sign here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, let me mention those if this may resonate for anybody. But there's a lot of communication. There's a lot of momentum here. This is a time where you could really strike while the iron is hot. But for me, it just feels like in the environment, it just feels beautiful. Like you could be giving birth to something, and that's what all this communication is about. Something that you want to create, something that you're trying to develop and nurture. Very beautiful, emotionally supportive energy, very positive, nurturing, healing, kind of divine feminine energy here in the environment. So the environment's looking really great, Aries. Now coming towards you, we do have Death here. Let's go ahead and clarify Death. Coming towards you can be a Scorpio, let me mention. But you know, with all that I'm seeing here, it can definitely be a Scorpio, but I do feel like change is here. You've been re-examining it, and now, after much consideration, you now know exactly what you want. Queen of Cups is here again. Could be a Scorpio, I'll mention it. And then, all right, we also get the Moon, can be a Pisces here. There's a lot of water energy. Yeah, something really big is changing here. I feel like you're changing too, Aries, because death is really death of the ego. And death is so uncomfortable, but I feel like this, you know, the Moon is here, so it can very much be a dark night of the soul, seeing both death and the Moon here, just being really uncomfortable, it bringing up your worst fears, your biggest insecurities. the monsters that lurk deep within, right? The things you don't like to say out loud, you know. Not saying they're true. That's what the moon is here to teach us. Things are not as they appear, including our fears, not even including, especially our fears. Like you see here in this deck, it's like a shadow version of probably one of these women coming out of the waters, right? It's that darkness, you know, but what I love about it is that the Queen of Cups is here as well. So even though these things may be coming up, I think whoever this is resonating with, I think you're going to be able to really tap into your intuition, kind of use your inner voice, use your like inner sight to be able to see beyond the situation. Like I feel like you'll be able to be a little bit more objective than subjective, if that makes sense. You're going to do a good job at keeping your emotions at bay, really like soothing yourself, being honest with yourself, really great energy, but it is massive change here, definitely. And it's so big that it makes you so uncomfortable that it brings on this wild moon energy. Totally energy that you cannot trust, you know, not in the middle of it. But make no mistake, after the dark night of the moon, it is the happiest card in the tarot. It is the Sun. But big, massive change is coming your way, but you're doing a great job at like handling yourself through this change. All right, I'm going to leave it there for you, Aries. I hope you enjoyed this. If anything resonates, please comment, like, and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for letting me tune into your energies, and I will see you all next week.